She is globally engaged and globally informed.
She earned her Rhodes Scholarship.
She's hardworking and she's deserving at every step.
That quiet, poised, mature leader, that's who she is.
Looking at her resume, how could she not get it?
SDSU students are not to be underestimated.
My name is Hattie Seaton, and I'm a student at South Dakota State University. I am Students Association President and a Rhodes Scholar. When I was in high school, I spent a summer up at SDSU, and I really liked it here on campus, and so I thought about it for a little bit, and then right immediately after high school, I took a gap year because I received a U.S. Department of State sponsored scholarship to study Arabic for a year in Morocco. And so during that time, I kind of just felt like I really wanted to come home, and I really felt like SDSU felt like home. And I studied political science, Spanish, and global studies.
For a professor of international relations, at least, she's ideal. It's an uphill battle to convince the students to learn different languages, but she has mastered 2 foreign languages really well. She has very good skills in both Arabic and Spanish. She's hardworking and she has amazing, time management skills. We always kind of mobilize for her because we see the potential, but we also see the work ethic. We also see the hard work, commitment. So it really, she has everything together that helps her thrive.
Hattie's sitting here in a coffee shop right here in Brookings, South Dakota, and hears a little boy and their mother talking in Arabic, and there was some distress going on, and she availed herself to them and introduced herself in Arabic and said, "Hi, I'm Hattie. What can I do to help you out?" And that blossomed into a beautiful relationship where the mother and son and Hattie took turns hosting each other for dinner at each other's homes every week. She's got that SDSU people first mindset in everything she does. And so whether it's those simple touches of helping somebody make Brookings their home, to drafting policies that would very much cause change in the way that foreign policy has operated in the past, a lot more collaborative approach in Hattie's mind, she can see the need for all of that.
She set really ambitious goals. She developed not only the strategies, but the tactics to achieve them. And she did. And it was really fun to watch. She was SA president during one of the most unusual years in our university's history, and she did it with grace and a team spirit. She was supportive. She gave us advice from a student perspective. Just couldn't have done it better.
For a scholarship like the Rhodes Scholarship, which does have that international component, one of the common criticisms that we often hear about Americans is that they're not interested in other parts of the world, or they're not informed. And that has certainly never been Hattie's case. She has an ethical component as well. And sort of fun fact, she also has taken several philosophy courses with us in the school. Hattie can really bring a unique breadth and depth that I know the Rhodes Committee found interesting.
It would be really easy for her to become boastful about what she's accomplished, or to kind of have that I'm a big deal mentality that you would sometimes think of. She does not have that in any way at all. Sometimes I have to kind of bring it out of her a little bit because she's accomplished all that. She can boast about it a little bit, which it's fun to hear her talk about it, but kind of having that personal friendship, seeing a day-to-day life of Hattie Seaton and seeing that it's normal. And that's, I think, what people need to understand about Hattie is that, yep, she is just a normal student.
She really hears what people have to say, and you can tell when you're talking to her that she's taking it in and she's really internalizing it and then trying to figure out how the best way for her to help is. She definitely does listen well and takes things to heart.
For the most part, through the whole process, I just hoped for the best, and I figured, if I wasn't to receive the Rhodes, this is still a really good process in being able to identify this is who I am and these are what my goals are. Kind of answering some of those personal whys and figuring out my own personal trajectory was really helpful. And so even though it was kind of a lot of steps and a bit of a strenuous process, it was really great in helping me to identify where I want to go in my future.
I think Hattie is a real role model. I think that that other students should pay attention to her path. I think that by taking advantage of multiple programs, multiple majors, but also making sure that she was involved in extracurricular activities and in those internship and study abroad opportunities, it's invaluable, I guess I would say, in terms of what that does for your future opportunities and what it opens up for career possibilities.
There's a character element that is special and that comes with them, that is the result of their parents and their grandparents and the friends they chose and the community that they grew up in. And so kudos to all those people who had a positive influence on Hattie. I admire them because they helped a young person achieve enormous success. This happened while she was a student at SDSU, but there were high school teachers, there were counselors, there were community members, family members that supported Hattie. So the other message then would be to all of us that we have an impact on young people all the time, whether it's in a church setting or a school setting or in a community setting. We can help young people succeed and conquer that kind of insidious imposter syndrome that we all have when we reach for the stars, that we don't belong, that yes, indeed, you do belong. You can do this. And so I think it's a great message for our broader community that we've got great people that we can help build up and let them achieve great things.
Young girl from South Dakota has every right to, go explore the world. So it was kind of that back and forth. And, there has been ambassadors, female ambassadors, women ambassadors from South Dakota. So I was kind of between anecdotes and jokes and my own experiences that it was within her reach.
So being that strong leader, getting involved, making sure that she has experiences that will really broaden her perspectives, all of those things tied to someone that really works hard in the classroom to excel academically, make her a perfect fit for the Rhodes Scholar, and I really, truly couldn't imagine anyone more deserving.
I think I would like to work for the U.S. Department of State, and mainly I'd like to serve at embassies located in Latin America and the Middle East. For that, I just want to continue to build upon my Spanish and Arabic abilities so that when I serve in those two global regions, I am really able to connect with everyone around me. When I spent the summer in Jordan, I was surrounded by other students from all across the U.S. on the Critical Language Scholarship Program, and I felt just as capable and just as prepared. Even when I did my fellowship with the Public Policy and International Affairs Fellowship Program, I also felt like all of these students who are from all over the United States, I know that I'm just as prepared as them. Even being right here at SDSU and staying in South Dakota, if anything, I felt almost like I was more prepared. And so I've had a lot of one-on-one support that I don't think other students have had maybe at their schools. And so it's being able to go on a camping trip with faculty members. It's being able to talk for hours or go out for lunch or coffee with your professor, be able to stop in office hours. And that is one of our strengths. And so that individualized support that I've had has really helped me get to where I am at right now and kind of the goals I want to reach in the future.
So Hattie's story is really special because I think that helps us tell the story that SDSU is right-sized. We've got the right opportunities here to be able to serve somebody of Hattie's talent and still help them grow, right? Help them to thrive and find themselves and to further hone those skills.
Hattie really does embody who our students are and comes from humble background and has been able to really achieve a lot. Many of our students fit that same mold. And so I think she really sets a great example for everybody about what you can truly achieve if you put your heart and your mind to it.
I think that it says you can get a first-class education here at SDSU, and I think there's often the perception in the state or the region that as the land-grant institution, we're more focused on agriculture and maybe sustainability or those sorts of areas of study. Hattie's experience really proves that we are a serious player in the area of the liberal arts, in the area of international studies, global studies, and Hattie's not only accomplishments, but again, as you mentioned, the breadth of study shows that you can really get a first-class education in political science, global studies, and languages here at South Dakota State University.
I feel like I am so supported by my professors. I can reach out to them about an academic question, a career question, a personal question. I really love it here, and I just love the people who surround me.